We're frying eggs today, people. Let's get cracking. Alright, just first thing I do is put some eggs in a bowl, and next here I'm opening up some butter. That's just for a cinematic action shot. Next I'm just cutting the butter and placing it on a plate. It's a little mise en place, which is French for everything in its place. It's kind of what chefs do. They prepare all their ingredients before they start cooking so they can move faster. Pan on the heat. We want a nice medium heat. You don't want it super hot like you're searing a steak or something like that. And next I am cracking these eggs into a bowl. It's easier to crack eggs into a bowl and not worry about cracking the yolk accidentally. If you're cracking eggs into a hot pan, if you're not confident, you might accidentally just do something that causes you to crack the yolk. So it's safer just to crack them into a bowl. And then next here I'm putting the butter into the hot pan. You don't want it, so you just want it hot enough to start melting and slightly bubbling that butter. You don't want it so hot that it burns or scorches the butter right away. So get that butter nice and melted and bubbly. And next we're going to go in with our egg. We want to drop it very close to the pan so that there's no risk of cracking the yolks. This whole time we're going to try our best not to crack the yolks. And here you see the eggs starting to cook, and they're bubbling, and that's what we expect when we're frying an egg sunny side up in a cast iron pan. Next I'm moving the pan around a bit, and I'm tilting it to see if those eggs are actually stuck to the pan, and it turns out they're not. My pan is nice and seasoned, so it's almost like non-stick. So that's just making sure those eggs are not stuck to the pan. And here I'm shaking the pan, jiggling those egg whites to see if they are cooked yet. And they're still a little raw, so we're going to let that cook more. And here we're going to start adding some seasoning and just a little salt and pepper. I like to put a little more salt on the yolks than the egg whites, just because that's the tastiest part, and I think a little tiny bit more salt there enhances that flavor. And shaking those egg whites once again, they seem to have firmed up nice, so it's time to take the eggs off the pan and put it on the plate. I'm going to cut those eggs in half just to make it easier to scoop up with that spatula. And you're going to see here in a second, I'm actually going to try to turn this egg around so that the yolk is closest to me, where I'm actually scooping it with the spatula. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want the spatula to have its most support under that yolk so that we're not cracking it. Now's the moment of truth. We're putting on the plate. We don't want to crack that yolk. We've gotten this far. So here we have plated those fried sunny side up eggs. And now I'm just going to take a cut of the egg white, dip it in the runny egg yolk, and it's a perfect sunny side up runny yolk egg. Tastes amazing, and I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you're able to fry an egg at home, so please like and subscribe.